Button, who's got the button? Oh, well, where it be? Alright, let's bring my chat down so I can see if anybody says hi. That's not the button I wanted. No. I want to pop out chat. Come here, chat. Stu! I knew you would be here. How you doing? And yes, this is not either any of my three loot characters. Sapphire, my summer loot character. I will be playing her between now and the end of the event. I'm going to get the horse, the summer horse. And I will consider running Grim and Barrett 5 billion times on my winter character in order to get the horns, the winter horns. I don't really care about either of the short cloaks. I don't really care about the summer horns. I'm basically almost done with this. Like, not done with the event as in, oh, I've earned everything, but done as in, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay? I'm kind of close to that wall. I was plotting out the math of what it would take to get what I wanted to get done. And come to find out, with my summer loot character able to run at R1, it will take her 50 runs of Grim and Barrett / Into the Mist, whatever, to get the summer horse on R1. And that's a number I can kind of get behind with the amount of time we have left, because we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Assuming they don't extend it. I don't know. However, yesterday, Phoenix here, who's not any of my loot characters, she's actually my new main, because, hey, if I got a name like that, she's going to be my freaking main character. And she used to be a Dragonborn Paladin with a slightly different name, had an A at the end, back in the Orion days. And then I TR'd her to where she could be an Eladrin. And I had to figure out how to manage to build an Eladrin with their dex bonus to manage to be a charisma-based paladin and still have enough stats to be able to do whatever. And I managed, but it only really works if you've got a 36-point build. That's how I managed it. Because you need, of course, to put points into strength if you want to be great sword wielder. This is a two-handed... See, you could easily do a two-weapon fighter Eladrin because the Eladrin have the bonus to dex, right? But doing a two-handed fighter... paladin, Jesus. A two-handed paladin, charisma-based paladin, I might add, because I like turning undead. That took the 36-point build. You know what? It's cold in my office. I'm going to put a jacket on. Not that I don't already have a coat. Well, layers is the name of the game. It's fucking cold outside. And hey, I'm on my own channel. I can swear. It's fucking cold outside. It's cold outside. There's no kind of atmosphere. This jacket, I have owned since 1995. It doesn't fit anymore because I got fat. I got fatter because I was never skinny. Anyhow, this jacket is almost as old as my friendship with Monothlayer. Because I've known Monothlayer for a few years longer than I've owned the jacket. But not by many. I hope everybody is doing well. Stormloss, come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, no escape. No escape. There's no escape for the kitten. She's like, no. She was not happy about that. All right, let's log in. I'm in Winwood Hall because here's what I did. All right. Here's what I was going to do. My original plan for Blueberry, the hardcore, my winter loot, my winter non-reaper loot character, was to get her to 20, use an improved autos box, improved epic autos box to get her close to, you know, whatever. And basically get her to 30 to where I could use all my hires and help me grind out all the things that I needed to do. Until I saw people saying, "Well, I got my wings at level 16." I'm like, "How the fuck?" And the way they did it is they got to like 15 or 16 and just ground Grim and bear it until they got their loot to just before 1599. Which is the cutoff. 1600 kicks it over into the next tier. And before this past weekend where we had the durability bonus, what they would do is they would farm for motes until they got a purple one on Reaper 1 to kick that loot over into the next tier. So that's at least 50 durability, maybe a little, and 50 base durability. Plus, whatever you get from ship buffs, whatever you get from Sovereign XP pots, whatever you get from having Voice of the Master. Life was good, right? Man, my hands are cold. And then, what they would do is they would go run Ogma's Song on Reaper 1 and do the gold moat in there. And all of a sudden, you've got your winter wings at level 15 or 16. And guess what I did? The same damn shit. Except I didn't run the... Because of the durability boost weekend we just had, I was able to run a blue moat. I got a blue moat out of Grim and Barrett. Cleared that. And then went and got... Oh, hi, Scamper. Then went and got the gold moat in Ogma's Song. With the help of one person, actually. Dimson of the Tycoons of Tomorrow was kind enough to run the Ogma gold moat with me. And we kicked its ass. It was actually surprisingly easy. Because we were able to use our social skills to get at least a few of the mobs to stand down, so that was fun. Now, this character... I'm just going to run the rares here in Feywild. I'm not going to bring out any hires because my hirelings are honestly my level 20.
Is Winwood Hall,
Yes, it's
the
Winwood
home
Hall.
of Lord Arden and the local center of the summer court.
So I was able to give her some level 29 gear that I had lying around. Hello? Thank you. So right now she is dealing with the OG Voice of the Master. The legendary necklace of bottled sunlight, so give me a little extra charisma, and the high spirits, immune to exhaustion, mythic neck boost, and it gave me a 2-slot bonus. So now I've got, you know, plus 30 MRR, 30% artifact bonus to fortification bypass. I picked up the legendary crown of fireflies that will help my self-healing, and also insightful MRR. That's the other half of my thing. Still running 11. I didn't have any level 29 goggles floating around. Level 15 armor. Oops. Actually, a lot of the crap that I couldn't use for my Winter Reaper character's build, I was able to repurpose for this character, so that was kind of cool. Come here, you little jerk. So, yeah, to go back to that, we have the legendary Duskbone Ring. I picked that up for the Ghostly, the Life Force. Hold on, what was the other bit? And +2 profane bonus to AC. And I'm not worried about slotting augments just yet. Got Ghostly here as well. But this also was for Double Strike and the Seeker. And it's got Reaper enhancements. So, yeah, I'm not on Reaper right now. Obviously, I'm in the wilderness. And let's see. Level 5 gloves, because why the fuck not? And the legendary Nocturne Ring, which is actually part of this regular build, so that's good. And my weapon is right now a Pharaoh Crystal Greatsword because it's level 29. And I also whipped out my Epic Purifying Quiver. So, why not? Alright, let's see if, Quick Death. Hi, Quick Death. How you doing? Alright, I'd never killed him before, so it's a little bit of extra bonus. So what I'm doing here is running the rares in order to get to level 30, and then I will do some shenanigans. So hope everybody's had a decent Tuesday. It's been a weird Tuesday. I went and yesterday on Monday I shoveled a good chunk of my well, I didn't shovel about a half to a third. Okay, you're not there. A half to a third of what I needed to shovel out of the 1.5 feet of snow. Mainly, what I focused on was getting, Hi. Thank you. Let me go. Oh, fine. Fine. Y'all blink dogs. How loud is the game? The game seems pretty loud to me. Hold on. No, it's at 20%. That's what it's supposed to be. Yeah. But what I wound up doing is I focused on getting a path to the trash bin, and digging a path back to the front of the house so I could bring the trash bin over and just throw the trash bags in the bin right from the front porch, which is what I did tonight. And then I shoveled a path down to the road. Down to the street. Alright, is she home tonight? Yep, she's home. Oh, Rhythm to Rain is so sexy! And I'll show you my, this build is actually different from my PDK Paladins build. I think this one actually does a lot more damage, I'll be honest. But as you can see, I still have Rhythm to Rain. And I am using the Fate Singer as my primary damage tree. Let's take a minute since we got the time right here. Let me show you. So this character uses, of course, Divine Crusader for a lot of stuff. But I use Exalted Angel instead of Primal Fury, or whatever the hell I use on the PDK Paladin, because I wanted to turn undead without having to swap boots like I do on the PDK Paladin. And the reason why this is so good, this allows any charisma-based build to turn undead. And it uses your character level instead of your cleric or paladin level. So as a paladin, you already have -4, because paladins don't get turn undead to level 4. Clerics get it at level 1. So, about the only thing I'm missing for my being able to turn undead is I do need charisma. And as you can see, I got charisma coming up the wazoo. I do want to double check. I do have to... The PDK Paladin actually has it easier because I have to use the Fate Arc Illusionist ability to get this, which is, charisma, charisma to hit and damage. PDK Paladin just needs 3 racial points. You get your core, and then you get, I think it's like right here, this spot on the PDK is charisma to hit and damage. That's some fire right there. Alright, let's go look for some more rares. We're also going to be doing a couple of Slayers as well. You know what I don't have is a Slayer pot going. I should probably get a Slayer pot going. What do you think, Count? I think I'll do that. Let me see if Mold Skin is up here. Nope. Alright. Did I discover this? I had not, so now I have.
Sky. Yet some form of corruption has gripped its roots, slowly twisting and transforming this ancient sentinel of the forest.
None of your home. All right, we're gonna recall out because I want to go get me a Slayer pot. Wait, do I have a Slayer pot on my person? I don't think I do. Rude. Very, very rude. Hi. See, that's what happens. You get completely moved off the board if you do that. Yeah, go away. Go away. Alright. No, that's the height of laziness. We can just ride. It's like, it's in spitting distance right there. So, yeah.
Spot a pattern in the wind-swept meadow. A living chessboard formed from the greenery itself.
I do have to say, Wynwood Hall is actually really pretty. I mean, it screams fantasy castle, right? Ow. And you may be noticing, even though I don't have the butterfly wings on, which I do have the butterfly wings, I am wearing the winter Reaper cloak because Voodoo Spice, gentleman and scholar that he is, helped me get that yesterday while I was off work. Does Wynwood Hall get a lot of traffic? I think it does. I see what you did there. Do I have any Slayer pots? Heck yeah, gimme. Gimme, 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 gimme. And you notice I have retired my Sword of Shadow. On the other hand, as soon as I hit level 32, I get a great sword. That already has some really, really nice slots on it. Oh, that's where my Ruby of Frost ran off to. And Ruby of Acid. Yes, that's going to be hot. That is going to be so hot. Oh, wait, I have a... Man, that Curse of the Forest Embrace is not actually useful for a paladin. Because I already have fear immunity. Though having fireflies follow me is actually kind of cool. But I need to get a Curse Cleanser card in order to do anything about it. And I refuse to participate in the shard exchange for that. Alright, there we go. Since we're here, let's throw crap in. Because I always save those. Let's see, speed boots. Actually, I kind of like those boots right there. Alright, let's go. Let's go back into the wilderness. We're going to reset it. And then we're going to go kick some more ass. And this time we're going to get more for killing everybody. Once we hit level 30, then we'll start actually doing some quests. And y'all can help me decide what quests I'm going to do. Okay, he's not there. Alright, he's not there. Not home. Quick Death seems to be home again. Come on, where are you? No, we got some. There we go. I love Rhythm to Rain so damn much. It's so good. When it's proccing, well, it's hot. Here again? What? It feels like it didn't actually reset. Except it did, because this one wasn't here last time. You can listen to the sword along with us. Come on.
My name is Lord Arden. I live in a garden. I lie in the sun all day. When the fade... They're back! Cries the sword. Oh, they must want an encore.
Oh no! Darkika was killed by a Fear Reaper at level 25. That's hard.
My name is Lord Arden. I live in a garden. I lie in the sun all day. When the fates start asking when
I know, the Feywild expansion is actually probably an ideal expansion. I'm not necessarily free to do something other than the Fey event. I'm slacking on the Fey event because I don't want to do it today. I needed a break. And so I wanted the stream, the viewers, to not have to watch me run Grim and Bear 5 billion times. So what I have left of what I want to do is, number one, I want to get the Summer Horse. I have the Winter Horse now. I have the Winter Cloak. I'm actually wearing it right now. So I got the top 3 things that I wanted most of all. And I'm okay with that. If I don't get the other 2, rude. Alright, come here, you jackass. Yeah, you too. If I don't get the other 2, I'm not going to be mad. I got the 3 things that I wanted the most. So Summer Horse, because I like to collect mounts as a general rule. And the Winter Horns, just to have the horns.
Just a few short steps, the temperature plummets, and snow covers the ground. Whatever caused this sudden change in the climate surely wasn't natural.
It was not. So basically, I will need to do approximately 50 runs of Grim and Barrett or Into the Mists on my summer character to get the horse. 50 runs. And that seems reachable in the time that it's left. If I want the Winter Horns, however, that's going to take me approximately 88 runs. Now that's assuming a blue moat every time. So of course there's going to be times that you're going to get green moats, which suck. And then other times you're going to get purple moats, which are not sucky. And will help speed you on your way. But there's no guarantee what you're going to get. So I figured most commonly I'll get blues and we'll go with blues, right? Actually, I don't know if I found this place. Hold on. Let me stop by the village real quick here. Or is it further down? It's further down. I didn't go down the path far enough.
Pixies have built a village
Yeah, I
among
hadn't
the
apparently
boughs of this
discovered that yet.
towering tree. The tiny creatures flit effortlessly from house to house. Fortunately for you, the branches form a ramp for the village's earthbound visitors.
We'll go get to Bitterstein Palace on the way out of here. We'll recall out and then just go straight to Bitterstein Palace. Alright. Let's see if the big boy's up down here. He is not. Let's see if the Drowner is up. She is not. Let's see if the Wisp is invisibly up. He is not. Jesus, nobody's home! What the shit? Alright, last one, Tiger Lily. So, I think Feywilds can sometimes feel too small after you've, run through the sprawling wilderness that is Ravenloft, and the almost as sprawling wilderness that is, alright. That is Myth Draenor. So this does feel smaller, even though you've got the 2 levels of whatever. Alright, let's go. Let's reset so we get the mobs back. Entrez-vous. But hey, we're gonna get the anniversary pretty soon, so that should be fun. Alright, we're gonna go see if Hearsome is over here real quick. Does not appear to be so. I said I was going straight to Bitterspine Palace. I lied. Totally lied. But I do have to say that I'm feeling a lot less anxiety about getting this character to level 30 than I was my hardcore character. Okay, where are you? There you are. Hi. Mainly because this character, if she dies, she dies. It's not fussed. Okay, didn't need to turn undead. Druid, what are you doing? Turn undead. Okay, there we go. We got some good chunk of change on that. Alright. Nothing useful, but that's okay. Alright. He really likes that one. He's shown up there every single time so far. Wow. Alright, see if the dude in the log is home. He is not. Okay, he's not home either. Modifier, do you think the Raven coffer will show up in the store at some future point? Yeah, it will. I'm sure it will. All of the coffers have made an appearance at some point down the line so far. I mean, just like the ones in Lotro. And what is also equally likely, again, this is my speculation, that I believe they will probably wind up doing like they did this year for the big winter sales, is put them on discount as well. So you may be fortunate in that regard. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, I expect it will come back. I just won't expect it before any of the other ones, though, because it's the new hotness. Because, yeah, it's a really nice copper, and you of all people deserve to have it, honestly. I wish I had more codes to give out, but the only reason I got an extra code is because I got one as a moderator, and then I got one for being a content creator. So I'm like, well, hey, Jerry, can I give it away? And he's like, yeah. Okay.
Whatever
Thanks.
caused this sudden change in the climate surely wasn't natural.
And now we can hear my outro music when I play on DDO Stream. And so, yeah, I did a special Monday edition of DDO Stream yesterday because I was working a moot, an academic conference that was being hosted in Australia over the weekend. And so I was actually getting paid to not be on DDO Stream. Yep, the winner won fair and square, but I still kind of felt bad, like, oh man. And again, many thanks to Strim Thompson for sending his crew over that evening. I love this castle. Alright, we're gonna get a bunch of XP for finding this place.
Ahead lies
There we go.
Bitterspine
Hell yeah.
Palace, home to the Baron and Baroness Bitterspine, and one of the many holdings of the Prince of Frost.
This looks like my front lawn right now. Aw, the winter wolves, because it's not festivaled anymore, the winter wolves no longer have their Rudolph noses and antlers. But as always, the art team just freaking killed it with all the recent stuff coming to the game. I mean, the cloak and the butterfly wings for this current event, or the Feywild event, just chef's kiss. So yeah, this is the hardcore cloak, by the way. The hardcore Reaper cloak, which I needed help to get. I'll be honest, I needed help, so I got Voodoo Spice. Well, I didn't get him to do anything. I asked him if he would help, and he graciously volunteered his time. And a bunch of other people joined our little runs, and they got some progress in their loots as well, so it was all good. So it kind of worked out either way, I suppose. Let's go see if the Dryad is up again. Do. I might switch over to a different wilderness here in a minute to kind of... Oh, she's not home. You can tell she's not home because there aren't skulls on pikes. So there. But I will also acknowledge the fact that I do know those coffers are pretty expensive. I mean, $79.95 DDO points is a harder amount to get than $79.95 Lotro points by far. It's way harder to grind DDO points than it is Lotro points. Which is also one of the reasons why DDO has way better bags than Lotro does. If you ever saw the bags that Lotro has, you'd be like, what the fuck is Standing Stone charging for these? It's like $19.95 points for the best bag, and it only has like 50 slots that stack up to, what, 2,000? That's like pocket change for a... Whereas DDO get bags that coming out their ears with way bigger stack value. Okay, y'all. Okay. We're gonna grind to 200 people right here, right now, before I go back up top. It's gonna happen. Come here, y'all, all y'all. dun, 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 dun. Come here. Nacho! I feel like I've turned into a snowman. It is very cold. It's cold enough inside my house that I'm wearing a jacket and gloves. Because it's cold in my office. Because I got a big window right here. So, Tiger Lily is home. Alright, we're going to kill these sea lions over here first. It's way warmer than y'all up there. Yeah, yep. Man, I love this character so much. Amaraf, how you doing? What's going on in your part of the world? One thing I'm noticing is I don't currently have a... There we go. The Immortal Sun Flask equipped. And I have them around somewhere. Alright, one more kill. You're it! Oh man, we are so close to dinging. We are so close to dinging. Actually, we should ding if I get the 400. Alright. Or hit a couple of the rares that I haven't seen before. So let's do that. Let's recall, reset. Bye-bye, DDO. Terraria's 1.4.5 update time. I have seen memes pointing in that direction. It wasn't DDO specific. You know, the infamous meme of the gentleman turning away from his girlfriend and going at a beautiful lady walking away from him. And that beautiful lady has the Terraria update listed on it. And it was some other game that was the ex-girlfriend. Soon to be ex-girlfriend. Alright, reset, redo. Alright. This time we'll run all of the rares, including the singing sword. Okay, he's not home. Not home there either. I freaking love the soundtrack here. Bill Champagne did such a great job with the soundtrack for this expansion. He pulled in all the Russian composers as influences. There's some Tchaikovsky sound and stuff in here. There's some Shostakovich. There's all kinds of good shit in here. Alrighty. Okay, where's Quick Death? Quick Death should be around here somewhere. There you are. Hi. Come here. Come here. So I think once I hit level 30, since this character has been level 34 in the past, we should go straight back to level 34. I think this might be broken. That's really bizarre that Hearsome is only in one place. That might actually be broken. Because I've reset the wilderness a few times now. Speaking of soundtracks, though, not Lotro or not DDOs, but Lotros. Sadly, the OG Lotro composer Chance Thomas is closing his company for good this time. And he is selling the last stock of stuff that he has. And I picked up 2 copies of his Lotro 10th anniversary soundtrack. And I did not know this, but I clarified it with him that you have a choice of another soundtrack. It's like you get the double CD, the 10th anniversary double CD, and then you can pick one of a small list of options for a bonus CD. Hey! I don't know how I managed that. I don't know. It might have been a Slayer deed. Alright, let's go take our level. Ha 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 ha! There's not really a place in Sidekick for you to upload. It's still busted. DDO content creator things. What you want to do, though, is if you want to post your video in the content creator channel, like where the rest of us have been posting them, and Snipes will see it. Wes is good, people. Let me repair my shit. My level 15 armor. So one thing about this game and its gear is really... well, hang on to that because it's got speed on it. Is you can wind up wearing gear from like 5, 10, 15 levels below and you're still okay. Alright, Epic Fate Spinner, let's go! Level 30! Alright, what am I gonna take? What am I gonna take? Okay, inside blinding speed. I love Burst of Glacial Wrath, it is fun. Epic Fortitude, don't really care. Epic Reflexes. I did take Epic Damage Reduction. I kind of like Paranoid a lot. I also like, I kind of don't like Patience. Watch why. I mean, that's okay. No, we gotta do our legendary feat, and if I recall correctly, Scion of Arborea is what we were looking for, the melee and range power. Let's take a look at the other ones, because again, we're a paladin. That's a spellcaster one, so not us. I love my critters, but no. No. Definitely not. Double Strike is nice, but this is not really for... It's more of a roguey thing. Also kind of a roguey thing, or, but not really. Feywild, spellcaster. Plane of Air, spellcaster. Plane of Earth, spellcaster. Plane of Fire, spellcaster. Plane of Water, spellcaster. Also spellcaster. So basically, Arborea is the best choice. Straight up. So we're going to choose that. And we also get a feat to use. And I do like Burst of Glacial Wrath because you can... I mean, it does 30d6 cold damage and freezes creatures within the cone. So as long as you aim it right, it's pretty good. Alternatively, I wonder if I could choose. Hold on. I wonder if I could choose Sign of Elysium. Nope. Because sometimes you can take class feats and turn them into standard feats, but obviously, I guess with those Scion ones, nope. Now, here's the thing. Die Hard might actually be a good choice, because you do get Die Hard as part of one of the Epic Destinies. But I think it's Unyielding Sentinel. Let's try this again. Alright. Sign of Arborea. The extra turning would be nice, but I have 31 turns already. Improved turning would also be nice. But again, I'm using Exalted Angel, so I'm pretty good there. Nope, doesn't do me any good. And you could either use... I could use Power Attack or Precision. Power Attack would actually be a solid choice, I think. So, my choices are pretty much going to be between Improved Turning and Power Attack. So I think I'm going to choose Power Attack, actually. Surprisingly, at level 30. What I'm concerned about is whether it will... Well, that's a past life stance. Whether it'll turn off... that's an imbue toggle. Is Power Attack also an imbue toggle? No, it's not. Okay, we'll go with that. And if I need to switch it, I'll switch it. We keep going! I keep forgetting that this is a thing that happens. Okay, so for my level 31... Holy Strike is a good option. 10d6 extra type damage versus evil. More double strike, always a good thing. Hellball, also a good thing. Epic Spell Power Sonic. Actually, getting more Sonic Spell Power would be good for my Fate Singer shit. Let me see. Sonic is 136. Why is my negative 159? I don't care. So yeah, I need to get more Sonic. Gotta get those rings, you know. Crush Weakness is also a good one. Knock things down and hit them hard. Hit them hard. Legendary Toughness, plus 100 maximum hit points. That's a possibility. That's a good tanky thing. Embodiment of Law is also good. If you're lawful, you gain +2 imbued ice. And also, hold on. Hold. Yes. So yeah, we do want to take Embodiment of Law this time around. Wait, did I already have it? I don't think I already had it. So one thing about the game, sometimes it doesn't actually stop you from taking things. I need to go talk to, let's see. I do have my wings, never mind. Since we're here. Okay, that doesn't turn any of these off. Okay, what am I not using? My Epic Destiny mantle. Okay, so I do not have Embodiment of Law. So yeah, that sounds like a choice. Let's take the Embodiment of Law. And I hate the fact that these are not in alphabetical order. Standing Stone, fix that. Because this will get me extra law damage and plus 3 P and MRR. Yes, please. Alright. And immediately go to level 32! Okay, Charisma! This character is so hot. 33! Alright. So, Blinding Speed. Permanent Haste is actually really good. And plus 32% enhancement bonus to movement speed. So I never need to wear speed boots. So this is a choice I'm considering. It's either Blinding Speed or Burst of Glacial Wrath. I kind of want the cold damage. Just because it's fun. And here we go to level cap. That fast. Okay. Now we're gonna get some cool hotness going on here. Again, Double Strike would be fun. Legendary Toughness would be fun as well. But Titan's Blood, 10% XP bonus, or maximum hit points? Yes, please. Let's take a look at our other options before I lock in on that one. Nope. I just gained 500 hit points just by leveling to cap. Yep. Burst of Glacial Wrath was the whole weekend in the United States. Yeah, I can't wait till they can actually let us do 64 to 64 transfers, because I want to bring my max level Cold Druid over from Cormyr to join my crew here on Shadowdale. Okay, you know what I can do now? Let's gear up. And maybe we'll go do Chill Lamarty on this character. What? Haven't done Chill Lamarty in forever. Alright, let's move on this side. I'm sick of... No, we can do, actually. Let's go back to the harbor. Just to kind of get out of... There we go. Everybody's talking about Vecna and the Codex of the Infinite Planes, and no! We're not going to Larathal. I'm kind of sick of running Vecna. I mean, the Vecna quest is really good. But here's my thing, and I kind of wish Standing Stone had done this a little bit differently. I'll be honest. I wish they had taken the Grip of the Hidden Hand quest down in Lower Moorgrave, and then the rest of the Vecna story, and made that the Vecna Unleashed thing, and then done like a mini expansion, right? A mini thing to have the silly stuff, the Slice of Life quest, like Fred's First Date, plus Party 101. Those 4 side quests that don't really have anything to do with the rest of the Vecna story. put them all together and do like a whole bigger slice of life thing. But I don't make these decisions. There we go. Had to adjust me leggy. I got a blankie. It's that cold right now. Alright. It's very cold in my house. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna actually need to switch characters to get gear. I'll go see what I've already got available here. I'd like to see me deposits, please. Get her done. Ugh. Okay, let's do 33 to 34. And I have none in my reincarnation card. That's nice. Alright, let's do 33 to 34. See what I got. Smooth that out of the way. Let's move this out the way. Alright. And I do have loots on this character, but they're all the summer loots, and I don't care. I'm going to throw them away in a minute. Okay. So this character cannot use the Great Sword of the Fallen Age because it will... because it's anarchic. Basically, yeah, I can't use it because I'm whatever. I think it gives me a neg level. I think. I could be wrong. But now I can start using the Dino Greatsword again. Which, yes. Oh, yes. We're gonna have fun with this. Y'all are gonna love this. Watch this. Listen to this, I should say. Oh, it didn't play the sound? Rude! Alright, let me unequip it and see if it does it.
You don't want to use me? A wise choice.
So yeah, I once spent 80 Vistani totems, whichever the legendary one is, to get the Sentient Jewel of the Timid, which is voiced by Cordovan. So this will give me these options. I will get Fireflies follow me, but I really want to switch out that curse. It was the first time I ever used a deck of many curses. I'm like, okay, whatever. Anywho, so we got that. So that's going to give us a lot more damage than we had before. We're going to get 15d6 fire damage and evil alignment bypass. And it's going to deal a large amount of stacking acid damage over time. They got +2 exceptional constitution. So that's going to help. And +1 charisma. Ruby of Frost, Ruby of Acid. So that's pretty hot. And yeah. And I need to put some more filigrees in this thing. Hold on. Let me see. I have 2 more filigrees I can put in this thing. Apparently, I don't have any of my level 34 gear in the storage here. Let me look in the main. No. Alright, let's switch characters because I need to get on Sapphire to get my dimensional augment bag out of storage. Ravenwolf, hello! Hello! And by the way, since we have a pile of it here, let's do a giveaway. Give away open points. Actually, let me reset the giveaway first. Clear out what happened before. Give away. That's a high spell giveaway, Druid. Jesus. Open points. Alright, put the word points in chat without the scare quotes. And you too. If you spell it right, Pofford. can join the party. Whee! Alright. So yes, I did get my butterfly wings. All on my own. Almost all on my own. There's one quest I needed help with, which is the gold moat. But I got the cloak with the help of Mr. Voodoo Spass, who streams on DDO, streams Saturdays, right after Nacho Winch, who also streams on DDO stream. Road Racer, welcome in. Right, we'll work out your hardcore cloak if you have enough time to still get you. Find some friends to run with you. We ran Into the Mist on Legendary. I ran as a level 32 character with not the greatest of gear, but with a party of people who knew what the hell they're doing on Reaper 1, we got it done. And it took probably 2 different sessions. I went from 0 to like 1,000, including the moat, the gold moat through Yesterhill, and just grinding that back and done. It is so good. Especially multiplayer, you haven't seen, like, if you jump and use Featherfall. It's so good. So, yeah, as you can see, this summer character got all of the sheets of music. I hope they will eventually turn these damn things into account bound. Because I don't necessarily want to be playing music all day long. But hey, since we're here, do you want to hear the music? Let's listen to the music. I'm gonna make you listen to some music. Someone just leveled up. Alright. Let's go over here. And we're gonna play some music. This is not like playing music in Lotro, to be sure. They totally stole the animations from Lotro. And the actual art for the lute. Or for the violin. I also have the winter horse. Nah. Leave it for Lotro. For it to be special there. It does kind of feel like a Hobbity theme. Though. I do have to say, it does sound like something you'd expect to hear in, like, the Yonder Shire. It does look great with the armor of Moonlight from Myth Draenor. All right, so here's the winter horse, by the way, the winter pony. So they kind of did a little bait and switch in that if you go down to the hut from beyond or to Korthos where the vendors are, the winter horse is actually white there with a golden mane. No, nothing special for Elijah. They get all the good stuff first. No, they don't. They don't get all the good stuff first. All right, let's play the second theme, the Ring of Fire. That has nothing to do with eating something and it coming out the other end painfully, or the Johnny Cash song. Oh, apparently I'm playing with a sword and a shield. This sounds like combat music. Honestly. Honestly, it looks like my character should be playing a lute, but they just put a drum in there instead of a lute.
This is best part. Kobold nap time.
Yeah, this definitely looks like the character is animated as having been playing a lute. I would also like to point out I got the other cloak as well, the summer cloak, on my summer character. This is my summer character. So this character earned that cloak, but as you can see, the winter cloak is way better. All right, third song indeed. Peace in the Glade. So this should have come from Ogma's song, I believe. It did, yeah. See, it's the same animation. Your main's outfit is the same green as the summer cloak? Yeah! That's great. And I like that the winter cloak goes well with the blue and silver Mithranor outfits. People are stopping and listening. we have a dance party. Impromptu dance party on the stream. There we go. So you can tell who doesn't have their music turned off. Neato. I love it. I'm also looking to see if there's any pieces of gear that I might scavenge from this character for the other character. All right. Next piece of music. I like this a lot. This is the Hearsome and Hawthorne song from the raid. At least it's got some of the theme there. I love this piece of music so much. Such a good piece of music. Ooh, that little chill there was pretty cool. I think I might have another one of these floating around somewhere. Ooh, key change. And I love the theremin behind it. What's that one called? The Gravedigger's Fiddle? Somebody else is dancing. Oh, she's doing the haka. Nice. And the last one is the formal affair. Oh, that's you? Oh, sweet. So I see what you're talking about, how the summer one matches your character's outfit. Let's see if I can get a good, better look at you. I can't. That's That's a haka. That's totally a haka. So, Standing Stone, cultural appropriation? Let's see. And examine your character. Yep, PDK. Ooh, makes me wonder. Thought you would come join the hell yeah. I think you have to jump or otherwise move to turn off your initial dance, so you can then do the second dance. I definitely like the Gravedigger's fiddle best out of all 5 pieces of music. There's not a bad one out of that, but I love that song. Back when it was part of the the Dryad and the Demigod raid music, and once upon a time, Bill Champagne did a rock and roll version of both songs, the Hearsome Triumphant and the Hawthorne Triumphant. Oh my God, they are so good. Look them up on YouTube. They are so damn good. Actually, let me go ahead and sell some crap on this character. Doing a little bit of housekeeping. Again, we're not doing any wackiness here. No Symphony of the Fae other than playing the music and showing off the stuff. Let's not accidentally sell our raid shield and our beautiful weapon. Okay, apparently equipping weapon sound effects aren't working because I just had 2 different characters not play their sound effects for equipping weapons. What? Okay. And the Kobold is never known for being quiet, so... Anyhow, I only got to this character so I could... I wanted to play the music real quick, because I hadn't listened to them in a little bit. And I also wanted to put my dimensional augment bag in the thing. So let me put these back out of the way. Zoop, 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 zoop. Toss this in here as well. And let me actually put my small Augie bag back here and turn it back on. There. That way I can deal with that later. Alright. Let's go back to... we're going to go check a couple of other characters, though. Loot characters for stuff. Sentient food, nom nom nom. One of my favorite. I was actually playing last night with my questing buddy. And I told him about the name of this character, and he laughed. He thought that was funny. Okay, we've got a few different loot characters to look through. We've got Loot Faye, who's got all of our Faye loot that I haven't been selling. I don't remember how much of this stuff. Actually, I don't think much of this stuff is high level. Actually, let's go double check to be certain. Da, 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 da. All right, we're going to 33 and 34. Well, let's start with 32s to 34s. Neither of those are useful. Okay, and there's level 9 boots. So this character doesn't have any gear. She's level 7, and none of these are saying, "Oh my god." So these are low level fake crap. Okay, so that was a bust. Let's go to our next one. Alright, being a smartass today. And Legend loots the Ghost Banker. Hold on. Loot epics. This actually, Legend Loots was actually created by, I hit the random button when making an ASMR Scourge one day. I'm like, whoa, that's so freaking cool. And so I made her Legend Loots the Ghost Banker. Come on, open up. It's me. Alright, let's go to actually 30 to 34. So, to be fair, everything here is 30 to 30. Never mind. Liturgy of the Dark 6. That's an orb we don't need. Crown of Morning's Glory. Not really. Nope. Insightful Charisma. Sonic. Ooh. And it's a +3 Mythic Ring boost? Yes, please. I haven't really farmed Lemortia. I really need to get off my ass and start doing that. Because I don't have, like, any of the gear to make, or any of the stuff. That's one thing I dislike about the Lemortia gear, is that, at least with Dino Bone Crafting, you had one item, your weapon, that you did all the crafting on, but you could still get gear that you could immediately slap on. From that expansion, from Isle of Dread. Whereas with Lemortia, you have to grind for each of your pieces of gear to get them kitted out. Freedom of movement, acid reaping, concentration, cold absorption. They could be okay. We'll throw them in there. Okay. Nope, not the Signet of Dolor. That's the Dreadstalker Skullcap again, yeah. Signet of the Sea, Resonance. Again, the bonus to Sonic spell power is probably a good idea. But the rest of that really isn't that helpful, and I think I've got other rings. I can't wait to bring my Cold Druid over from Cormyr so I can use this legendary Signet of Rizium, the Scion. Light armor, no. Double strike, it's a possibility. Let's throw that in there. Goggles. I know I didn't have any goggles, but those aren't going to help. Nah, not really. Gravekeeper's Helm. Again, the two things that it comes with are good, but they have all those other slots to fill. But we'll toss it over here if I have a really good sun augment, which I don't know off the top of my head. I gave a couple of lunar augments to my questing buddy last night. Because I was like, well, I'm not using them. I don't have a character who can use them anytime soon. So here, have them. There's the bowl. I love the bowler. Quality, nope, not useful. We don't use shields. Nope. Nope. Medium armor, nope. Nope. That's a possibility. Let's toss that in the mix. No Kopesh. Alas, the only legendary defiled item. It's got the taint of evil on it. Alright. It's medium armor. No. Okay, so this was an item that I got from killing the purple worm, so that's definitely a possibility. Archer's Cloak, no. Glow, no. Another Band of Faith and Fortress. Legendary Azure Buckler. Legendary Azure Rotella Large Shield, again, not useful for my character. Season's Warding, not good for this character. The Helm of the Art Blade. My druid really needs that. I'm just saying. My cold druid really... Actually, my Blightcaster could use that too, but I don't have a Blightcaster at level 33 or higher. Alright, what do you got? Armor of the Moonlight. Yeah, we're going to throw that in for a choice here. Armor of the Moonlight. Not the medium armor. Wait. That's the light armor one. Jesus. Medium armor one. No. This would be a good one to actually just farm for reason to farm the mats for a thingy. Insightful Charisma. We had an Insightful Charisma other thing here, didn't we? It was this. But this one is actually going to be better because it's going to help my Sonic stuff. This is not going to be as awesome by far. So let's actually put that back. Yep, good helmet. Good helmet choice there. Alright. I also need... I thought I had another... thingy McThingy. So we have a lot of choices to go here. Actually, this is some of her old gear. She could start using these again. Ooh, yeah. That was one of the options we had before. That one already has the stuff on it. Yeah, we got piles of choices here. I'm never taking these out. They're still bound to account because I haven't brought them out of into because I'm never going to use these. Anywho, let's go back to the other character. And let's get Phoenix kitted out, shall we? What were we going ooh about, Fofford? I missed the context of that. I missed the context. The Art Blade. Yeah, the Helm of the Art Blade. Actually, I got that the one time that I ran the Purple Worm with Voodoo. And he actually originally looted it, but then he said, I don't want this one, I want the Crown Blade one, so anybody wants it, roll. And I rolled highest, so he gave it to me. So I'm like, ah! Alright, 30. Alright. We got some stuff here to work with. Hell yeah. That's light armor. Nope. You know what we do have, though? Bring out your dead, clank. Bring out your dead, clank. Bring out your dead. I do want to get something better than the Berberines throwing dagger. And I thought I did have. There it is. Ah, the Immortal Sun Flask. The Immortal Sun Flask for the win. Albereth, my darling, my love. Alrighty. There's another Albereth. I'll take another Albereth. Give me all the Albereths. Albereth. He's my favorite. Alright. Okie dokie then. Let's bring out... We're definitely going to bring out Rana. Rana is a must-have. I hate when I do that. Okay, so Rana. Honestly, I like Froggo better than Darling. Always like the Feywild Muse. Always like Teal. I generally go with the Scarecrow versus the Shield Guardian because the clanky noise of the Shield Guardian drives me bananas. However, I am going to put the other two in the regular vault, so if I want them, I can just grab them. Or actually, you know what? It doesn't really matter all that much because I've got lots of bag space, so I could just have them in my bags normal like and don't care. Okay, so let's start taking a look at. Let's go with helmets first. Let's do it this way. Helmets, head. Alright, so again, this is nice, but until you farm up the mats for it, it's not going to be that helpful. Let's see. Where'd it go? Oh, it went into the main bag, didn't it? I don't think I'm actually going to use any of these when I've got named items. Honestly. It totally vanished. So neither one of these have a better thing, so we'll just grab this one. Again, there's really no use to using a green item when we got a named item. Okay, so let's go see what we got now. We got the Legendary Crown of Fireflies, which is useful, yes. I could use some more MRR to be sure. Let's see what happens when I equip the Champion's Helm, though. And, the Champion's Helm still has 2 slots as well. So... double strike, double shot. Well, I only care about double strike. Melee speed, attack bonus. Doesn't really affect it either way. Then our other choice here is the diving helmet. I think I'll keep the diving helmet. Let me put that on real quick and see if that just... Yeah, it only gives my double strike like 1% more. So... this will be useful as a swap item if I need to go underwater. So, I think the Champion's Helm would be the better choice here. Alright. So there's that. Let's chuck this... leave this here. We'll throw the Crown of Fireflies back over here. That'd be good for a cleric as well. Okay, so that's a swappy item. Okay. Weapon. We're not doing a weapon because we already have one. Though this one is the one when I get my cleric fighter back to level cap, she can use that again. Because that's coded for a cleric. Lom! How you doing? We've got a points drop going on right now. A points drop? No, a points not even a raffle, a giveaway. Raffle actually has specific legal definition that we shouldn't be using. Ow. So, nothing here is a named piece of gear other than the Legendary Gravekeeper's armor. And it still has some basic goodness to it, but not a huge lot. Let me see what's in my 30s folder. Here we have this, which gives me magical sheltering and increases my fortification. Gives me reflex spell save and 2 slots. This is definitely a good choice. Let's grab that. Bring that out. And let's go back here. The Gravekeeper's armor, again. Until I farm up the stuff for it, it's not going to be as good by far. The only thing I'm kind of missing here is Death Block. But I can find Death Block another way. So we'll switch out armor. Just put the word points in chat. Give it to you. Yep. Just like Ravenwolf just did. Exactly like that. Alright. And it's just 100 DDO points. Nothing to be freaky about. Okay. We have nothing for eyeballs in there. And nothing really useful there. But to be fair, I'm using a pair of 11 goggles, so it doesn't actually matter. They don't do me any good either way. I could legit take these goggles out and not even wear goggles, and I'd be fine. Okay, let me look in here. I mean, other than the blue slot and the extra spell points, these would actually be the best option. Yeah. Alright, next slot. Eyes, we've done head. Remember eyes, head, neck. Neck piece. Okay, nothing in the thing there. Con 14. What do we got for a necklace here? Hold on. Don't we have the hold on. Let me grab this. Yeah, the bottled sunlight, healing amps, green slot. What other constitution item did I have here? I don't use I don't use a spreadsheet to tell me what my stuff is. So just FYI. I have ghostly on 2 items. Need to switch out those gloves for real. Ring can stay. Belt is okay. Okay. I actually kind of like this. At least for right now. Okay. Let's chuck that in there. And next item, trinket. Because I no longer need the voice of the master for the XP gains. We can take that out. We can grab this instead. And we got a Fang slot and 2 regular augment slots. I'm down with that. Unless I have a better trinket over here. And I do not. I mean, the epic voice of the master would really be what I'd be looking for here, honestly. But I think I traded it to a different character. You didn't find the Lemordian crafting mats farming a chore? Went by pretty quick. If you do ! waffles with an S at the end, you'll find some waffles. Just saying. Cloak, McCloak. Alright, cloak, cloak, cloak. Alright, legendary Fire Mouse cloak, legendary Sacrarium cloak. And And honestly, I'm using the cloak for Featherfall right now, so... Right there, that's it. That cloak right there. The stalwart cloak. Even, it doesn't have a thing on it, doesn't have a thing on it. Yep, that stalwart cloak. Wait a minute, hold on. I got a Wisdom 16 item? What? Nice. Nice random gen loot shit. Okay, so yeah, this one is actually better. So definitely a better cloak. Let's chuck this back in here. Also, the legendary cloak of Victor. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That would be a good option, though. With 2 slots? Hold on. With 2 slots and Charisma 14, which will get my Charisma up a tick. But, ooh, the Featherfall. Yeah, I think the Insightful Magical Sheltering is more important at this point than the extra tick of Charisma. And I'm getting greater heroism from something else anyway. Somewhere along the way. I think. Look at that fortification. Oh, that's so sexy. Alright, next option. Waste. Not you. Oh my god, my crafting storage is full! Oh, fuck. I need to fix that. Did I? Hold on. Why is it full, though? I'm sidetracked. I'm sidetracked! Party favors. Pretty soon those will become relevant. Coming soon. I need to run some raids to get some greater tokens of the 12. Like a lot of greater tokens of the 12. Oh. Oh. I know what happened. I know exactly what happened. I accidentally took my my biggie dimensional augment bag and threw it in the crafting storage. Like a dumbass. I did that. Alright, we'll fix that. We'll fix that. Easy peasy to fix. Let's be a pain in the ass to fix it, but we can do it. Alright, cloak. The Cloak of Victory is an interesting choice, but the random gen cloak that I found is a better choice. Alright. Okay, we're going for the waste options next. Okay. And this is where I was going to get my DB somehow, but oh man, I have the Belt of Ram's Might, which is really nice. Though to be fair, honestly, I'm not a strength build, so I don't really need that. We'll take that and hold it in thought here. hold this in thought as well. Constitution 15, jump 22. 22 Jump Street, for those who remember. The OG, back in the day. Okay, so this one already has something slotted in it versus this one. This one doesn't have any slotted. Okay, we'll put this one back in. Belt of Balance, though, DB is kind of what I'm looking for right now. DB in Parrying, DB in Stunning, DB in Jump. But Con 14 sounds hot. But I still need speed off of something. We're doing Gear Tetris tonight, chat. Well, think about that. Let's take a look at what ringies we've got. So right now we've got the Duskbone ring, which we can get rid of. I'm not really tied to that, but the Nocturne ring is part of the. It's got Insightful Forward. It's got True Seeing. It's got Command. I need to keep that. The other real option here is the Band of Faith and Fortress. This legendary Salt Pearl ring would also be very handy. This would be nice to have the Sacred and the Hallowed, but I don't think I'll need the Sacred, and I think I'll be able to turn Undead without it, because I'm using the Exalted Angel tree. Not useful for me. All these other ones. The Signet Ring of the Sea. Not good for me. Snow Peaks is an easy way to get a speed augment if you want to go that route. I know. I did see the speed augment. But blues can also fit into green slots. Because blue and yellow make green. Okay, so we got the one ring that we need. The one ring. We're going to take this and chuck that in there. Also, let me see if I have any cool rings in here. Nope. So, here's a good choice. Let me get the Duskbone ring out of there. Here you. And just throw you in there. So, the Insightful Charisma 6 would be hot. The Sonic Lore works for my Fate Singer thing, and the Resonance will help with my Sonic Spell Power. And it's the Mythic Boost 3 that's really, really enticing me here. On the other hand, the Band of Faith and Fortress will increase our fortification. Give us, add a +1 quality bonus to magical resistance rating per religious lore feat, which means that's going to be a +20 MRR. So let's see what changes when I put on this ring. Ooh. Ooh. I don't change. I get a little more fort, and I get 20 more MRR. And wait. And I also gain some PRR. That's a really good defensive ring right there. And Faith and Fortress, hello, that's Paladin for you right there. Sauron has entered the chat. But the Salt Pearl ring will go very well. Let me go check. Let me put it on, see what happens. My charisma score goes up to 60, plus 25 modifier. And I keep the same numbers here. I keep the same number here. The main thing we're going to look for is our spell casting shit. If you look at our Sonic stuff right now. Oh my goodness. So if I go back to the other ring, my Sonic is 155. Now, bearing in mind, my epic strike is the Sword Sings. I don't know why Automod got you. But I am two-handed fighting, yes. So yeah, no bucklers. I do have the windswept buckler somewhere. But here's also the thought. Is I'm not using Sonic spells. That the sword sings, its damage is base, it's going to do 2d10 Sonic damage per character level that scales with 200% with melee power. So that would be based on my melee power instead. Oh. Y'all, don't get me started about fuckwit tech bros stealing Tolkien names for their shitty surveillance companies and their AI companies and whatever. You know, there are some people like, Tolkien will roll over in his grave if there are black elves in this. I'm like, fuck off. First of all, he wouldn't. And secondly, he probably would about your tech bullshit. But hey, since I'm on my own channel, I can say this shit. So I thoroughly loathe any of those tech bros who are using Palantir, Erebor, any Tolkien-derived name for their shitty-ass tech bro companies. Fuck them all off into the sea. May Omul drown them, or Aussie get really pissed off at them. Okay, so. I'm really having a hard time deciding between these rings. The Legendary Band of Faith and Fortress, which you can't see half the shit for it, or the Legendary Salt Pearl Ring. Tolkien was a Brit. He wasn't racist to the U.S. Sorry. Yes, Vanny, I am definitely charisma to hit and damage because that's fun. Because that's why I built a charisma build. Because I wanted to turn undead, because turning undead is fun. See, this is my bread and butter right there. Turn undead. Rawr. So I'm thinking I'll get more damage out of the Salt Pearl Ring, honestly. Yeah, the Epic Strike scales with melee power. 200% with melee power. It's got 2 slots on it. This one has 2 slots on it. So this one's, the Band of Faith and Fortress is definitely a more defensive thing, but I kind of want to just blast through everything. Yeah, I think that's good call. We're gonna go with that. All right. And after rings, we've got handsies. Again, no named items over here. No good named items over there either. Let's go over here. Okay, Legendary Admiral's Gloves. Whatever. They don't do me any good. Dinosaur Bone Gloves. And honestly, this is where I can really go ham. Can have both and try one for a bit, and then the other, which I like better. That's also true. We could do that too. This would require grinding to make the Dinosaur Bone Gloves work. I really want to get another pair of those, the gloves that the other character has to get the more smites. Because I'm feeling the lack of smites on this character. That is for sure. Keen-eyed gloves, double shot. Nope. Hasty, double strike. Ooh. And a blue slot. Those are possible. Let's grab those. Open lock, deadly, whatever. Stunning and deadly. We'll grab those. And let's go back to the 30s. No. Strength 15. Block repair. Form and heal. Insightful radiance. Radiance. Nope. None of those are really striking the fancy. So let's take a look here. Well, we can already just take these gloves and throw them in the folder here because they're not going to be useful. So, stunning and deadly or double striking, armor piercing. Did I have armor piercing on something else? I think I did. On their stunning, hold on. So we have stunning on this. We have armor piercing on that. So the helmet means that we don't really need... actually, neither of these gloves are going to do very much. But having the blue slot and that one extra tick of double strike, why not? We'll go with those. We'll throw these in here. And feats. No feat in the reincarnation cache. Okay. Speed item. Ooh, we currently have speed on our... No, we don't, actually. Where do we have speed? Oh, we have speed on the belt. Okay. Honestly, if I could get these, the Swift Boots of Feather Falling. Ooh. Those would actually be even better. As you can tell, I kind of collect Boots of Feather Falling. Ooh, do I have Seeker on anything? I thought I... Hold on. Did I have Seeker on this? I have Insightful Seeker. So, I mean, other than the Reaper enhancement bonus, which if I'm not running Reaper, that does me no good. These legendary specter boots are nice, but I have ghostly on another item. So I don't need these for ghostly. I thought I had ghostly. I may have given up ghostly. Hold on. I gave up ghostly. The boots also had double strike. Yeah, the boots are really nice. These actually drop from housekeeping. It's all about the gear Tetris, man. But I don't currently have a speed item on. What did I do? I lied. I have speed on the belt. We had other choices for belts too. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, let's switch the belt out. So we get speed on... So we need speed on our boots. We need speed somewhere else. So if we go with this... We'll get speed, dodge, and feather falling. Because the Reaper enhancement is nice when I'm running Reaper, but I don't know how often I'll be running Reaper on this character. Probably fairly often, actually. But we still have Ghostly over here, and we got better MRR. Ooh. My MR sucks. Hold on. Oh. Oh, I see why. The plus 30 artifact bonus to magical resist rating for having 2 summer items on. That's why. But then why didn't the Belt of the Black Sands count? Except the summer items was an artifact bonus, and the Belt of the Black Sands was going off the regular MRR. So we're back to the Spectre boots, honestly. Because I also have Featherfall coming off the cloak anyhow, so... Okay. I'm thinking we have no better boots and no better boots. Okay. Alright, boots are done. Let's just throw these in here. And... Oops, wrong button. Wrong button. And... Wrists. This will be fun. Wrists. Bone bracers. Legendary salt iron. Disciple strength, shell strength, fortitude, vitality. DB fortification. That'd only be useful for the DB. Let's grab those. Let's grab those. And let's move this up there. So... Protection, resistance, fortification, insightful spell sight. Interesting. That would be good for a caster for sure. Okay, what are our choices right now? The bone bracers don't have anything on them, so I'm not worried about those. Reaper boosts on gear work even in non-Reaper mode? Okay. I did not know that. Okay, so, we have the Legendary Salt Iron Bracer. And the Sunken Chain still seems to be better. The Stunning Shatter, Insightful Seeker. And they're nearly finished, so I could take them in and get them updated at the Caneth Forging Station. With the right whatevers. Or we can get a DB Bracers of Fortification, which the only thing that's getting out of it is DB. So not really... There's nothing really screaming at me about either of these. Other than the fact that the Salt Iron Bracer has 2 slots and the other one only has 1. Let's see what happens. Rawr. Okay, only minor changes in PRR and MRR. My hit points are better with the Salt Iron Bracer because of the 45 vitality bonus to hit points. What Destiny trees am I using? I am using Exalted Angel because I like turning undead. Fate Singer for all my charisma to damage shenanigans, including Rhythm to Rain, which is one of my favorite things in the game. And Divine Crusader, because Divine Crusaders are awesome. Okay. Not really seeing a huge difference between the two bracers, honestly. Other than the slot. Thinking I don't recall having a ton of green augments to play with, and hardly any yellow augments to play with that are of a reasonable value. By the way, everybody, we do have a DDO points giveaway going on here. I will be doing the drawing here in a little bit, since I figure some of the shit out. Okay, what else we got? What else we got? Okay, wrist was the last one. Sword of Shadow. I'm going to leave that Sword of Shadow at level 10. So if I do Epic Reincarnate or whatever, or I'm sorry, go back to doing an actual TR, then I'm not going to worry about it. I think I'll go with the Sunken Chain, honestly. Though DB would actually be very helpful. I'm so used to having DB somewhere in my build.
I don't suppose we're making breakfast, are we?
No, Cordo, we're not making breakfast. Though I can tell you, Cordo makes a really good pizza. Well, I thought it was good, so. Boston pizza? No, homemade pizza. He makes his own pizza dough. From scratch. Just throw a little sauce on it, throw a little cheese on it, and I'm good to go. I don't really need fancy pizzas. So, my favorite pizza actually comes from the Cottage Inn chain up near Ann Arbor, Michigan. Just get their, I like to get their cheese pizza with extra cheese and bacon on top. With the crispiness of how they do their crusts. Oof. Mm. It's crunchy and tasty and greasy and bad for you. But it's so good. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. We'll just chuck that in there. Because we've got our beautiful dino bone weapon. Look how hot that is. And the sentient jewel, Mr. Scaredy Cat, needs some filigrees as well. So I actually need to unequip the weapon. Duh.
You don't want to use me? A wise choice.
Yeah, that just kills me every single time. So right now I added a charisma item. So I'm thinking of taking that out in favor of something like working on an actual charisma set. In some fashion. Because I'm not going to need the sonic... I'm not going to need the set pieces from Reverberation. So, let's throw these in here. Get them out the way. Look at how many hirelings I've got. I've got hirelings out the ass. Okay, so we need... not you. We need... the dimensional augment bag is what we need. No. All items. Oh, hello. The Mark of the Dark Path. Oh, it's level 8. Oh, hello. The Legendary Book of Spirits. Oh, the Epic Voice of the Master. Why didn't... Oh, it's a level 20 item. So, I don't need the 5% bonus to XP, though. Striding would be nice. The 3 slots would be even nicer. Look at a silver pocket watch. Hello? Oh. Never mind. Okay. Come here, you. I'm gonna need to grab out my sentient toolkit because I'm going to yoink this out of here. Thank you. Also, since I'm here, come here, come on. Gimme. There. Come on, go over here. Alright. Yeah. So one of the fun things is Sparks of Logic, which I need to apply one of these. Hold on.
No, now I'm even more useful.
Oh, Cordo. Alright. I'm going to turn my small one. Turn off its auto gather. Get all of this stuff in the right place. Oh my god, I got so many pages of these because I had like 5 billion of these stacked up. Alright. I do need to farm up some more Anki ribs. So that's going to have to happen if I'm going to do more with my... See, I'll show you what happens with the Spark of Logic. Okay, we'll show you if the bag was in a good spot for you to see it. But they stack in the augment bags. So we're going to have fun with this. Y'all didn't think I'd be doing housekeeping all day. And I'm not doing the quest either. Now you're going to be hangry and tired. Why are you angry? Don't be angry. Because you want pizza. Okay, fair. Sorry about talking about pizza. I think they'll stack to 100 in the bag, and it's like, why do I have so many of these? You can only use one per item, so So I need to consider what filigrees I want to use for this charisma-based paladin to have on her sentient weapon. Now, by the way, this character is not a first life character. She is on her 5th life. And I'm considering having her run through a few epic reincarnations to get her the martial past lives. And now we're talking about food, and now I'm hungry. And I had a big honkin' bowl of spaghetti for supper, but that was like 4 hours ago. And previously I'd only had a breakfast sandwich around 9 and a bowl of tonkatsu, pre-made tonkatsu, which was delicious, for lunch. That's your belly secret? It's always hungry? Glass jaws, I hear ya. Man, look at this. It's already 100 items. Oh my god. Never ever put your full augment bag into your crafting storage. Holy shit. Spock, because I make a lot of characters, and every time I got a spark of logic, I would throw them into the dimensional augment bag. It's kind of like, why do I have so many lesser epic XP bot tomes? The permanent XP tomes, the lesser thing, because I get one for every character. Yeah, the sparks are an auto grant from something. I think they was part of an expansion or something somewhere. I don't know. All I know is I get one for every time I create a new character. It's kind of annoying. Oh my, we're almost done. We're almost done. So I kind of am thinking maybe I want to build charisma filigrees to help with turning, but not necessarily. I do like me some smite evils. I do need some smite evils. There we go. Nice. All right. Our crafting storage now looks sane again. That's nice. But let's start talking Let's start talking augments and filigrees and all kinds of fun shit. So we already have our 2 rubies on the weapon, which is good. Ruby of Frost and Ruby of Acid. And I have a better Ruby of Acid. I have a 96 on it. Yeah. 96 on both of them. So I'm not going to get a better Ruby. See, there's my other Ruby of Frost. Though I was wondering about this one really wouldn't help me, but it would definitely help my Blightcaster for sure. Doesn't Saltmarsh require you to claim them? I think so. But what I do is every time I go create a new character and I go to the various vendors for the expansions, I just tell them to give me one of everything. Okay, I don't have any Eye of Maybar Eye of Lures anymore. So I don't think I'm going to change the... But here, yeah, here's the filigree for permanent speed. I'm not going to waste a filigree on that. Pardon me. So, question is, what filigree set would work best for a Charisma Paladin? So that's a possibility. Eye of the Beholder. Zephyr is Charisma and MRR. Angelic Wings would probably be a good option, but... Wisdom, Healing Amplification, Turn Undead, MRR. Plus 3 MRR, plus 1 Charisma. Additional uses of Turn Undead. I don't really need... I need Smites more than I need Turn Undead, I'll be honest. Because I use... Turn Undead is very So Divinity. Let's go see what I got under Divinity. Alright, so we have... Seeker, plus 1 to Seeker. Sunders, PRR. Sunder Rare. Ooh. Then Smite Evil. Sanctified Fervor was the other one I was thinking of. I have, so this one's an option right there. Apparently I don't have any Sanctified Fervor. I think I might have used them on my other Paladin, though. Yeah, I don't have any Sanctified Fervor. One thing I really, really hate is it's really hard to search for any of the Myth Draenor books that aren't named Solar or Lunar. It's such a pain in the ass to find them. And I don't think I have any. I don't have any Myth Draenor gear on either. I need to farm some Myth Draenor gear. Be nice. And not like the super duper rare shit. Solar Gem of Armor Layers would be nice. And I had 3 lunar gems that were actually pretty nice, and I could use them now, but I gave them away last night. Look at the mess. Like, there's other gems in here. that unless you know what to look for, that you're not going to find them. See, look at that. 81 sparks of logic. Am I on the right? No, I am on Shadowdale. Sorry. See, like this is a good one. Yeah, just to get you some max bonus to your hit points. Ruby of Feybane. If you're going to be fighting a lot of Fey, that's a good one. Sapphire Protection. Yoink. Bringing that out. Art of Sabotage. Dun, 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 dun. Sabotage. Festive Constitution. Yes, please. And I'm out of water. Almost out of water. All right. Sapphire of Natural Armor. Insightful Strength doesn't help me because I'm not a strength build. Form doesn't help me. Wait, Sapphire Defense? Yoink. Star-Crossed, Double Strike Chance. Thank you. Disintegration. See, like this one, the Facet of Psionic Intrusion. Okay. Legendary Moment to Moment. I don't use Action Boost. I really should. Hold on, what's going on in Discord? Heal is good for self-healing, yes. Jump is always good. So that would be an insight bonus. I already have command on something else. What item had it? Not you. Okay, that's also the same, so I don't need that. Demon Heart Emerald, always good. How to cast faster. Look at all this crap I have. Spell agility, always good. if you are worried about arcane spell failure. I always like to use augmented summoning as well, because I generally run with a pack of hires, so that's actually useful for me. There is the Ruby of the Snow Peaks that could potentially be fun. So much stuff in here. That one's going to be good when I actually get her off my ass to build a Sacred Fist. Or a Monk. I mean, his books are really nice ideas. It's just their names were so freaking weird. Okay. Gone through the entire pile of things. Meanwhile, let's do our giveaway while we're waiting, and you know, people are wandering off to bed and shit. Alright. Give away clothes. Give away draw. Who's here? Who's here? Hi Burnham! Hi Burnham! Are you present? You should still be present. There's your name. Let me click on your name. Let me send you a whisper. Oh, you won one back in November. But you get one now. You get one now. Let me grab my second to last code. I have to do at least one more DDO stream this week. Otherwise, the last code will expire on the 1st. Boop. There you go. You now have a code for the thing. You won it! Oh my god, you won it! You won 100 points. You got a code in your whispers. Please go check your whispers. In the meantime, let us work on this. So I don't have any slots to put on the weapon, so...
Don't use me to hit something sharp or hard, please.
Actually, I needed to put, I still haven't figured out my augment, or my filigree dub. Jesus. So, we were looking at Divinity or Sanctified first. So, let's look for Divinity again. Like this one right here. Let's grab that. Let's grab the Rare Sunder to get the 2 MRR. And... let's get the Seeker. Let's just do that.
Quite the positive direction. I love it when this happens. It's like a sunny day and a slice of cake.
Okay. Sunny day to slice of cake. That's funny. All right. That being said, now we can put the weapon on and leave it on. Okay. Now, let's go around the clock. Let's start at 12 o'clock. You... come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, you have a green slot. Let's bring this over here. Let's get that out of the way. Boop. Green, green, green. Do we have any greens? We have a green. So yeah, it's only a level 8 augment, but still, unless you have a legendary one floating around, it's fine. So we'll plop that in there. And that item is done. Alright, you are next. And you also have a green slot, but you'll accept a blue. So let's unlock you and open you up. So protection, natural armor, or defense. It doesn't actually matter. We'll put this one in here. And we can put a constitution one on here as well. Put that back on. Okay. You don't have a slot. You have a green slot. Everything's a freaking green slot. Let's try that again. Use the right window, Druid. That might help. Alright, you also have a green slot. Everything has a goddamn green slot. But yellow also makes green, so we're going to put some topazes, yellow things in here too. Alright, let's try that again. Let's put in our sword crossed thingy. Okay, the gloves have a blue slot, an actual blue slot. So we'll put our... I don't actually like putting stuff in random gen gear. I don't like it, but I'll do it. Except I need to actually take the gloves off for this to work. Ay, 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 ay. Alright, we've got a blue slot on this bad boy as well. Now, if I recall correctly, colorless can go into any color slot, so you know what we're going to do. You know what we're going to do, chat. We're going to throw a colorless in there. Why? Because we can do that. Alright, we got our Duskbone ring. It's got 2 slots, a green and a yellow. So we're done with that. Oh, Ravel's book is a colorless? I did not know that. But since we got a yellow, I put the yellow in there. You don't think the Sapphire Defense will stack with the Sheltering from Trinket? That's a good call. Good thought. So what I really need to do is close that window. Not you. You. Alright. Let's throw you back in. Let's throw you back in. Let's throw you back in. We got a green. Alright, so you're settled. Alright, and then we've got the Salt Iron Bracer. We can definitely get a resistance thing. Actually, this one might be a good choice. Or that's actually a better choice. Yep. Let's put you there. And I'll put the diamond jump there. Why not? Ah, because I did the thing. I kept doing the thing! Like, why isn't that working? Because I'm doing a dumb thing, that's why. Alright, put you in there. I'll put you in there. Wait, did I already put a Rabbles in someplace? Hold. Heal. I did not. Sonic resistance 45 would be a good choice as well. Yeah, let's throw you in there. Okay, armor just has a green and a colorless. Let's unlock you. And let's get you that. And we'll put this in the green slot. Well, it doesn't matter. Then we just have a blue slot there and a green and a colorless slot there. We could do Shatter on one of them, and I guess Vertigo on the other. But I wonder if those things only work on if you're doing like a strength build. They do scale up with strength. Well, then that's going to be a problem because my strength is not all that great, but still it's better than nothing, I suppose. Yeah, my strength is low compared because I am mainly a charisma build. And finally, you got a green and a colorless. Whoops, gotta unlock you first. Alright. Wait, I didn't actually save it? Oh, wait. Oh, I had two of them. Never mind. let's see what we can do. Could add some haggle to our little party. Concentration, listen, dex, intelligence, wisdom, dex, open lock. Not perform. Insightful. I'm honestly kind of thinking about adding the insightful strength just so I can help proc those strength things. Because I already have festive constitution in one of the other items, so I don't need another one. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. We did all of our stuff. We haven't done a single quest today. I'm so proud of myself. Okay. Now, we are going to throw our augment bag in that. So we're back to level cap. We've gotten ourselves kitted out with our level cap stuff. But back to my usual outfit, other than the fact that I've got my hardcore cloak on. Because before I wasn't wearing a cloak at all, because this outfit is like, it's good without a cloak. But I wanted to show off my hardcore cloak. Alright. Well, we've been streaming for a while. Oh, I got a whisper. Hold on. Can you take the whisper? Yep. You're welcome, Hibernian. You're very welcome. Let me go ahead and erase the code from the list so I don't accidentally try to give it to somebody else. And they'll be like, this code is dirty and use. Alright, so this was a surprise Tuesday stream. I don't normally stream on Tuesdays. I don't normally stream on Wednesdays either. I need to find out from my professor if we are doing class or not. Oh, I've got Boots of the Mire. Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me go put those in the bank for somebody else since I've got the helmet swap for that. Hold on. Alright, where are my Boots of the Mire? I'm going to get rid of the loots here in a minute because I don't need them. I'm not going to finish them. See, look at there. They're all empty. They're all empty. Yes. I want to destroy the loots. I think there's several people who want to destroy the loots. And I can't say I blame them all that much. So we got our swap helmet there. Yep. There's the horsey one. And there's the wings one. And I really didn't care all that much about the 16 minutes. We'll just get rid of it. Albus Gladwin, your service is no longer required. It's fine. Let me put these on the front page. It's all good. Alright, let's do our swaps. Let's get our swaps prepped down here. So, and put on my regular helmet. And then the underwater action helmet for when I need it. And then we're going to do my main weapon. And then my favorite non-weapon. Well, it can be a weapon, actually. My Artificer uses the Immortal Sun Flask as her main weapon. And that way I can... Ooh, you know what we can do for a few minutes? Let's do a couple of the slides. Let me go get my keys. Hold on. Are my keys on a character or are my keys in here? I don't remember. Oh, here they are. Let's go do the slidey mix slide. And I also need to do my epic destinies now that I'm thinking about it. Hold on. Make sure my enhancement. Nope, my enhancements are good. Epic destinies. I have a few points to spend. Oh, I have a lot of points to spend. Shit. Well, we need all of these. Bring down Roth. So, I'm not using the Epic Destiny thing, and apparently I don't have my Mantle of Sun and Fury even turned on like a dumbass. So now I turn it on. That was dumb of me, wasn't it? I want to think about these, but I do know I want that for sure. And Beck and Divinity. Beck and Divinity is one of my favorite things in the game. There are a few things that are my favorite things in the game. I don't actually use Consecrate too often, but I do like the thing where there's the one that if you... Might be this one? No. Where it auto-consecrates for reasons or whatever. So unless I start using this, which I'm kind of thinking about switching to the Holy Mantle and then going up this tree, but until then, I want to add that for sure. The Shield of Light is useful, except I don't have a shield, so I don't get that. You get magic missile immunity automatically. And there's some more you can do in here. The sonic damage of your epic strikes from this tree is doubled with Mastery of the Acoustics maxed out. Oh, that's hot. Also, I kind of would like to get this, so I think I'm going to spend more points in this tree to get that. Oh, get some more MRR. I'm down with that. And getting it +1 to abilities, and I don't do shout, but now I can grab this. Being immune to charisma stat damage is very helpful for a stat build, or for a charisma build. Yeah. +3. A paladin who can cast bard songs would be actually pretty cool. I don't know if that's what lets you do it, though. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Not so good. Not so good. So the choices are between this one, Intelligence, Wisdom, Charisma. Yeah, this is basically the caster one for sure, and this is more the martial one. This looks like this is the one that I want. You're the one that I want. You're the one that I want. Hoo, hoo, hoo. I get 1 more point to spend anywhere I want. I kind of like Deepening Faith a lot. But having a healing SLA could also be fun. Mass Cure Moderate Wounds? Have a good night, Raven Wolf. Good to have you here as always. Yeah, Bring Down Wrath only works if I'm using the Divine Crusader Destiny Mantle. I do like the additional damage from the Divine thing, but I also like the fun shenanigans in Fate Singer. I really, really do. Wish I could get angelic charge, but I have to give up something else for it. I think I'm actually gonna go for the healing SLA and just be able to cast mass heals. Sounds like fun. Fire spell, light spell. Yep, let's go with the Healy. The Healy make heal. What? You won't let me pick it? Rude. Alright, hold on. Let's accept this first. It wants 2 destiny points. Rude, I only have 1 to spend. Why is it highlighted like I can pick it? Wait, does one of these have 1? No, that's 2. That's also... Oh! That's why, because the Sunbolt tricks you. It's tricksy. We can do 10% bonus to spell points, I guess. But I have a lot of spell points. I don't really need spell points, do I? I really don't know what to pick. We'll go with that. Always, +1 all skills is always good. Let's do a slide, and then we'll call it a night, because we are over our 3-hour window. But I figured we can go to the Hall of Heroes real quick and do a 1 little slidey mix slide down the hill. So next stream, if I'm done with making supper by 8 or 8:30 and having consumed and done the dishes, we will go for a stream tomorrow night. It also depends. I don't think my professor's streaming tomorrow night. I don't think we're having class because he's coming back from Australia. And he's going to be having... Wow, lag. He's going to be having a little bit of jet lag to deal with. However, we're pretty much on for Thursday for surezies. Friday, I'll be on Lotro stream right after Cordovan, assuming Cordovan streams on Friday. I'm not doing the climb. No, I did the climb. I did my climb for the year. Boop. I missed one. Oh no. And whether I do a second stream Friday evening depends on how tired I am. Because honestly, you can't just spend all your time streaming. I mean, unless you're somebody like Coke Carnage, and even he doesn't spend all his time streaming. Whoa, I missed like everything there. Hold on. Let me go back and get those. Thank you. I don't like... I'm not a full-time streamer. I'm not even sure I want to be a full-time streamer. It's a lot of talking. I don't like talking to people. And you do have to spend some time like producing your videos and making them look nice. And I think I'm more concerned, at least right now, I want to improve the quality of the stream to where people have more fun. Like they have stuff to do instead of just sitting here passively watching. and occasionally answering my rampantly shameless attempts to engage, get people to start talking and chatting. There's a couple of stream games that I kind of like in other streams, like Stream Animals, Stream Racers, Marbles on Stream, that we could probably do, like, for in between, I guess, things. One thing I am going to do, now that the Symphony of the Fae event is concluding soon, assuming that the anniversary isn't too grindy, I do want to revive my Let the Dice Decide stream series where, oh wow, one of each, in sequence, no less. Well, okay, not sequence, because it's not quite in sequence. But, basically rolling a 1D whatever in-game so you can see the roll. And that decides which character I play. But I need to revise stuff based on my new character lists because I've made a few characters. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we had our little Snow Peaks slidey McSlide. We've had a good stream today. Thank you everybody for turning up. We actually had a good turnout, even though we didn't get any raids in from other streamers, which I'm very grateful for y'all turning up because normally it's been kind of quiet around here, and I kind of been enjoying boosting the channel, and just, people are here to hang out with me. Yeah, I'm probably going to do some more runs after the stream, but I might actually start on my 50, my 50 Grimmin Barretts that I'm going to have to do on my summer character to get the summer horse. Just so I don't have to do that this weekend. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Let me go see, let's see if there's anybody. Is there anybody who's streaming DDOs right now? Well, there's Jack Dragon. Poutine, one of the Locho streamers that I know. Stu is streaming. And as usual, there's at least 1 or 2 people who are streaming who are playing Dungeons & Dragons. And not Dungeons & Dragons Online. Well, at least one of them is doing it. Anyhow, find somebody in the DDO category and go watch them. Do the thing. Alright? Everybody be good. If you can't be good at it. And I will talk to y'all later. Alright? Bye now.